Hi guys, it's Twigs, and for today's video, I'm going to be telling the story of Ruth. So it starts out with a famine in the land of Bethlehem. This guy, Elimelech, decides to take his wife Naomi and their 2 sons and move to Moab until the famine had passed. Unfortunately, shortly after this, Elimelech kicked the bucket, leaving Naomi a widow. Naomi's 2 sons, Mahlon and Chilion, went on to marry 2 Moabites, Ruth and Orpah. All 5 of them stayed in Moab for 10 years until both Mahlon and Chilion bit the dust. Naomi, feeling extremely empty, decided to move back home to Bethlehem. Ruth and Orpah tried to come with her, but Naomi told them to go back home because she knew her life would be hard as an elderly widow. Orpah goes home, but Ruth remains loyal.
I'm not leaving you. Where you go, I will go. Where you live, I will live. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God.
So Naomi and Ruth went to Bethlehem.
Hey, isn't that Naomi?
Call me Mara, for the Lord has made my life bitter.
When they arrived, it was the beginning of the barley harvest, so Ruth worked all day collecting any crops that were left behind, since she had no other way of providing for Naomi. While in the fields, a man named Boaz, who ended up being a relative of Naomi, just happened to notice Ruth gathering some crops. Boaz then asked the foreman about her, and he explained that Ruth was Naomi's daughter-in-law who came with her from Moab. Boaz approached Ruth and told her that she could always gather in his field.
Well, you can have any crops that fall to the ground, and I'll make sure the workers leave you be. And if you're thirsty, you can drink from their pitchers.
Why are you being so kind to me, a stranger?
I saw what you did for Naomi, leaving your own home and family to care for her. May the Lord bless you.
The next day, Boaz commanded that all the workers drop some crops on purpose for Ruth to gather. Ruth went home that night with 10 days' worth of food, restoring some of Naomi's hope for a fulfilled life. After 2 harvests, Naomi advised Ruth to get cleaned up and wait for Boaz to fall asleep before laying by his feet. This was a way of asking him to marry her. Ruth did as she was told, but there was another, closer relative who was first in line to Elimelech, Mahlon, and Chilion's inheritance, including Ruth. But Boaz promised to marry her if this relative would not. Okay, hold on a second. I don't want to keep calling this guy the relative, and I don't really know his name, so for the sake of the video, we'll call him Timmy. So Boaz met up with Timmy along with 10 elders as witnesses.
So a few of our relatives passed away, and you can buy all their land if you want.
Oh yeah, I'll totally do that.
But that also means that you gotta marry Ruth. So...
Oh, well, I just remembered I've got this other inheritance thingy, and I wouldn't want to lose that, so you should take it.
Oh, really? Thanks, man.
Yeah, of course, and here's a shoe to seal the deal.
Yeah, I know it sounds odd, but the whole shoe thing was a custom back then. Boaz and Ruth get married and have a son named Obed. Obed grows up and has a son named Jesse, who also grows up to have a son of his own. Actually, you might have heard of him. He's kind of popular. He was just a guy known by the name of King David. Before I begin this end card, I would like to thank all of the wonderful voice actors. With my good friend Pippa as Ruth, Jefferson Blunt from the Blunt Brothers as Boaz, my little sister as Naomi, my little brother as Timmy, and my buddy Nathan as that one random Bethlehemite. Everyone was super awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Are there any topics you would like me to do a video on? Tell me in the comments below. If you have watched to the end of this video, thank you, because that means a lot to me. I would also like to thank David Wilbur for giving my channel a shout out. I woke up with quite a few extra subscribers, and it really made my day. I've gotta say, I enjoyed this story, but I felt it was too short, and I was left with a lot of questions, like, how did Elimelech and his sons die in the first place, and what does Boaz do with Timmy's shoe? Does he give it back? Does he keep it? I need answers! Anyways, thanks for watching, and as always, stay tuned, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.